Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. This is season 4, episode 2 of ABC's Once Upon a Time, entitled Whiteout. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, Whiteout. Now, for this episode, I don't know how I'm going to review this because I don't know if I like this episode or I just like certain parts of this episode. I don't know. It was a weird episode because I was very distracted in this episode by one particular thing. All right, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to figure out what that thing is and see if who can all guess. Let's see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you guessed David's hair, then you are correct. I was so for some reason in this episode, I was so enamored with his like hair, and that's all I thought about this episode was just his hair for some reason. I don't know if it's like the first time where he actually has like long hair. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we've seen him with long hair before in previous seasons. But for some reason, this episode I was just like his hair. I want to like touch it. And I don't know, it was just crazy to me because he looked just like a girl for some reason. Like when okay, I need to get off this subject. All right, I need to get off this subject. All right, but I really enjoyed this episode. It was very I don't know if I liked it better than episode 1 or the season premiere. I don't know. But I really liked this episode because it really focused more on Anna's story and her adventures. Because when we last left Anna in in the fairy tale land or the enchanted forest, she just left Elsa and the castle and stuff like that, and she's trying to like make her adventure to really find out what actually happened to her parents and like what do they know and what's this like big secret and stuff, and trying to get Elsa's mood back up. So she went on her own separate adventure, and like on her first stop in the adventure, we actually find out like the first person she actually meets is David before he's actually Prince Charming and stuff. So I thought that was really really cool because it always comes back to that hair, man. I mean that hair, when I saw it at first I didn't know who it was. I was like, this is a pretty handsome lady, but then I realized it was David. I was like, oh, that's why it's David. And we're still with him when he's like still like a stable boy or a shepherd, and he's still with his mama, mooching off his mama and stuff like that. But I thought it was just very very interesting. Out of like both storylines this episode, I was really fascinated with the Anna and David storyline. I thought it was really really good. I thought their chemistry was very well done. I don't know. I just liked it. Out of the two so far, I don't know. I think I'm more on the Anna bandwagon than the Elsa. I like Elsa, but everybody likes Elsa. So I just feel like it's weird when you say, "Oh, I love Elsa." I like Anna for some reason because she's quirky, she's weird, she's dorky and stuff. But you got to see like a little different side of her, like with her like still being dorky and stuff. She's got like this little badass side that doesn't really come out often, but when it does, it's really really cool. And you get to see like how David actually became a master swordsman and stuff because she taught him, and I thought that was really cool. And I thought it was just a real great backstory to see how David became David, and it was like the help of Anna, and just like their whole rapport and how they kind of meshed well together, and how she affected him, which plays into like the present day Storybrooke, and how she, how Anna like affected David's life, and how she was just a great inspiration because when she first meets him, he's still like this stable boy. He's getting harassed by like this landlord who's always asking for money, who's a Bo Peep or little Bo Peep, but she wasn't little. She was a big broad. I can tell you that much. She wasn't big. I'm just fine. But I thought it was really cool how they introduced little Bo Peep into this storyline. I thought she looked cool. She was acted very well by the actress who played her. She was very pretty too. But I liked how like the way they incorporate like her like staff, her little sheep staff thingy, and how like she how she brands people, and she can always find them, and that kind of insinuates like, oh, like her sheep can never, like, stray away because she branded you, so she can always find you. So I thought it was just a very cool way to incorporate that little Bo Peep storyline into like the David and Anna situation. And like I said, that was my favorite aspect of this episode. Really, really good. I thought it was really, really done well, and it was just really cool just to watch. Now getting into Storybrooke, when we last left off, like Elsa, she's still like scurrying around Storybrooke trying to find like her sister, and now she's got like all of Storybrooke like just frozen over. She's got it on lockdown. She's claiming nobody's leaving until she finds her sister, and that like prompts Emma to really go investigate, and like that's when you really get the first kind of meetup of them two, and how Emma finds out that Elsa, she's just a scared girl looking for her sister, and how she can't control her powers. But what I thought was very good about this episode with like the Elsa and Emma thing, like you find out that they're kind of very similar into stuff. They have like this big burden of like they're kind of like the saviors, and they just have all this responsibility that was just kind of thrust upon them and stuff, and how they're kind of outcasts and outsiders sometimes. So I don't know. I thought it was just really cool, and it was just a really good way to like see the contrast and like the similarities between these two ladies, because we're going to see a lot of them, because really they're the main two characters of this season. So I thought it worked really well together, and it was adorable. Just watching Hook with his little nubby nub just trying to pick away at the ice, and he couldn't do anything. He wasn't budging that thing. I thought it was just really cool. But yeah, what really like surprised me in this episode is that how good it was without like having so much of Rumple, having so much of Regina, because those are, for me, those are the main two that really thrived Once Upon a Time for me. Like I can't, I'm just like, I need to see these two. So I was kind of getting worried when I was like, we're not going to see Regina. Like, what kind of episode is this? But I was happy that we got to see it. But I was glad that they kind of like let them just chill out a little bit and let some of these other characters shine. And what was funny though is I like how they're doing Rumple right now, like in Storybrooke, where he's married now, he's a married man, he doesn't want to be bothered with none of this crap. And as soon as like David comes in and Hook comes in, he knows it's trouble. He's like, I don't want to deal with this crap. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. My name is Ben, and leave me out of it. You know what I mean? I don't want no part of it. So I like the way Lawrence was doing it, because he's like, I'm sick and tired of all this. Like, every time y'all in my shop, something bad's happening. But we do find out that there is a way to find Anna in Storybrooke, and they end up finding like little Bo Peep in Storybrooke. They get her little shepherd staff or whatever, and now they know that Anna. They can't really pinpoint where she is, but I think they have a feeling. They heard like a heartbeat, so they do know that she's still alive. So that's very comforting for like everybody in Storybrooke, because she needs to find her sister, or she might freeze over some more stuff. I don't know, but it's good that they're all on the same page right now. And now that Emma's like good to go, and her and Elsa are kind of like buddying up and stuff, they can kind of go out for this search and like really find them. I do like what they're doing with Snow White right now, because as we all know, she was pregnant. I don't know if she's still pregnant when they shot this, but they had to speed up like the baby thing for like the show's purpose. So I don't know, like in the show she already has a baby, but I don't know in real life, is she pregnant? Did she already have the baby? I don't know. I think now she did, but when they were shooting, that's what I'm saying. So I like what they're doing with her right now until she can, I guess, get off the baby weight or whatever. She still looks gorgeous. I love her. So but I thought she had a great moment, just freaking out on like Grumpy and and Grandma and stuff like that. Just like, yeah, yo, y'all chill out. I'm getting sick tired of all this. Like, y'all lived in enchanted forest. Like, y'all didn't even have like all this internet and Google and all this then. So why are y'all freaking out now? So she made up a good point. But I do like that they kind of appointed her mayor because Regina doesn't want it. So hopefully that can hold her over until she can actually get properly put back into like the main storyline. So I like that they kind of still show you like, this, Snow White, she's still a big part, but right now we got to kind of put her to the side for a little bit. So it was good to see her and like give her something to do. I do like the little moment that Regina and Henry had, because Henry was feeling a little left out a little bit with Regina, because she was kind of pushing him away just a little bit because she still hurt about the Robin Hood thing and stuff. But it did tie together really well towards the end, and I just want to see Regina happy. Like, that's my girl. Like, I have the biggest crush on Regina. Like, you have no idea. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this episode. Like, the craziest thing about this episode is when Elsa's just trying to, like, okay, we're cool now. Let's go knock down this like frozen wall, and everybody's good to go. But she can't knock it down. So we find out that it's another person who knows how to use these freezing powers, or like these snow powers or whatever. So and she's in Storybrooke. So I don't know who this character is. I've seen Frozen a few times. I don't remember a second Frozen chick. So maybe she's just a brand new character. Maybe she's another fairy tale character. I don't know. Maybe she could be like the female Jack Frost. That'll be cool. I'm calling it now. I think she's the female Jack Frost. You heard it here, folks, on the Search Show 24/7. That'll be cool. Maybe they call it Jack K Frost. I don't know. That's just me. So but if it happens, you stamp this right now, people. Like, y'all don't steal my stuff. All right, don't. I said it first. Female Jack Frost. But what you guys think about this episode? Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. And as always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.